I did not try Bajuka Bog. Anger of the Gods is a thing. Kozilek's Return is a thing. Painful Truths is a thing. There's like a... Yeah. Are there any good traverse targets that kill artifacts that are better than Rexage? Well, Kataki, Fearless Joe. Kataki is the best anti-artifact card that you can traverse for. And it's nice that it costs 3 mana, right? You can traverse and cast it on turn 3. Like, traversing for Rexage is kind of awkward because sometimes you don't have 4 mana. So you want a lot of your traverse cards to like be really cheap. Ingot Chewer. Pyroclasm is fine, but I think I'd rather Kozilek's Return because you can get Etched Champion. Ooh. Might be playing against Burn. Ooh, it's the Wild and the Cattle version. I'm not bringing in Golgari Charm against Spreading Seas decks. I could bring it in against Blood Moon decks. That's actually not bad. I'll just do it. Why not? That's not bad. What is this? I got a donation?
You're a gross name, Paul.
Wow, Paul is a gross name? Paul seems like a pretty generic name, actually. Thank you very much for the $10 donation. Yeah, I love baskets, but Maelstrom Pulse also does that, right? Oh, wow. Tarmogoyf. 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 That's all I gotta say, Tarmogoyf. I opted not to take damage here. I generally tend to do that against Burn. Basically, every time in this matchup, all you want to do is just draw Goyf. Jesus. I think my opponent might try to go wide here. I agree. I agree. I love baskets. Holy cow. Alright, my opponent's on no cards. So I go to 11, then 9. So this will be a 4/4. That's fine. Let me think here, though. So I'll be at 9. I'll take 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just trying to think what my... If my opponent draws a Tarkus command, that would be bad. Can I beat a Tarkus command? I go to 9, then I'll go to 6. But I mean, if I could play Death Shadow, my opponent still plays a Tarkus command. block 2 of them. Take 3, 6, 9. 6. I don't think I can beat it. Wait, hold on. Can I beat it? If my opponent... Death Shadow is going to put me to 9. Atarka's Command guarantees puts me to 6. Then there's 2 attackers that get through. So that's 6 damage. If I Culligan's Command, I go to 7. Kill a creature. Then I take 6 and I go to 1. Yeah, so I can opt to kill Eidolon now. What if I kill Eidolon now? Go to 9. Attack, play this. I can block here. Then I take 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But that is the only card that kills me. Anyways, I'm going to do this, yeah. Yeah, the question right now is whether or not I want to... the question right now is whether or not I want to attack with the Tarmogoyf, right? Because if I play Death Shadow, if my opponent draws a land, then I don't die. If my opponent draws, let's say, they can't draw Boros Charm, so let's say they draw, you know, whatever, Lightning Bolt, and I play this. So let's say they draw a Lightning Bolt, and I block Swift Spear. It takes 7, go to 2. So Tarka's Command is the only thing that kills me. So theoretically, though, if I just play Death Shadow, can I kill my opponent next turn? That's only 12 damage. Well, yeah, I'm obviously playing Death Shadow. I'm just wondering if I should play around in Atarka's Command. Does Bushwhacker do it? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That doesn't do it. Yeah, that's the only question. I'm debating whether or not I want to play around a Atarka's Command. It is literally my opponent's only out. A 3 damage spell does not do it. If I don't attack, Atarka's Command doesn't kill me, but that might give my opponent 2 turns to draw a burn spell. I guess I can attack with both next turn and force his chumps. Alright. If you draw a Atarka's Command, you draw a Atarka's Command. It's a 4-outer. Like, this is a unique spot because we're in a situation where any other burn spell doesn't kill us. Yeah, no, I know. I was just making sure. Alright, so now my opponent's dead, right? Oh. Let's see what we got. Okay, so they're super dead. Now we have 2 red sources, double teamer battle rage. I don't want to reveal that I have 2 in my deck, you know, if I don't have to. A lot of decks play 1 teamer battle rage, 1 rampager, for example. All right, my opponent, and by the way, this is why if I play burn, you know how like Nakatl burn was very popular for a while. I actually don't like wild Nakatl and burn anymore because Death Shadow is so popular. Too often your creatures get brickwalled by Death Shadows and Tarmogoyfs, so I'd much rather just play more burn spells. I prefer kind of either the Boros version with just like some Lavamancers and burn spells. I do not like wild Nakatl currently in burn. I think if you're on the play, you should not sideboard out your removal, but yeah. I think this is what he was doing. Like, Fulminator isn't great, but he didn't like, Magnus really didn't like Sheet Wraith. It's just like, oh, here's a burn spell for you. Oh, well, this hand is great. You know why it's great? I have a Collective Brutality in my hand. So this, I mean, I do have somewhat of an interesting choice here. Like, I can bobble myself. If the card's really good, I can opt to keep it. Right? By just playing Godless Shrine Inquisition. If I think it's terrible, like a land, I can fetch. Boo! Death Shadow is nice. So we have land, artifact, sorcery. Yeah, I will take the Death Shadow. And I'm going to bobble my opponent too here. Just for full information. Arid Mesa. I'm lagging. Relic? I mean, I'm drawing a Death Shadow, so it's not too bad. Right? But I kind of want my opponent to tap out. So, I kind of want my opponent to tap out and play Eidolon. If they do that, I can kill Eidolon, Boros Charm, get Boros Charm, and also drain them. The thing is, if I don't take Eidolon, my opponent's just going to go Relic, go. And then and then keep up Bolt. I guess they might actually main phase Bolt to do more damage. Relic seems kind of annoying. I'm going to go with Relic. Because I want to be able to traverse Retirement Wave too. These. Of course. Oh yeah, my opponent also drawing Arid Mesa. How many modes do I want? Just 2 maybe? Like what? And also, what am I discarding? No, well, I want to get the Boros Charm out of my opponent's hand. Yeah, the thing is my opponent's going to attack me and bolt me, so my Death Shadow is going to be fine. So if I do this, and I go up to 17, my opponent bolts me, 3, 4, 5, I go to 12. Then I go to 9. And I play double Death Shadow. Actually, I don't think I need to drain. Alright, we set this up nicely. Whew! I kind of want to play around Deflecting Palm. Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't play around Deflecting Palm. Basically, I can kill Monastery Swift Spear. I can kill... My opponent missed a land drop. Keep that in mind. So that's a big part of this. The problem with Drain and Duress is... Well, the problem with minus and minus 2 is they're just going to play something, right? Lily Plus is not terrible. Kind of forces, like, my opponent's hand. Yeah, Lily Plus might actually be good. You like Lily Minus? Oh, wow. I could just let it resolve. Kept the mountain in their hand. Didn't have a burn spell there. We didn't die to Deflecting Palm. Holy cow, chain to the rocks. Tarkus Command doesn't kill us. Chained to the rocks. Red and green up. Okay. It's so scary playing against this deck, you know? Oh, Atar's Command was lethal. Never mind, my bad. Atar's Command was lethal. I forget that it gets... Yeah, I forget that it was 6 damage. Wait, no, wasn't I at 7? Oh, if they had Chain to Rocks plus Atar's Command, yeah, Command was lethal. You're right. Alright, we beat another burn player. We drew both of our brutalities. So scary to play against. I still don't think I played it right. I I think we might have just broken 17% or 60%. Yeah, we're now exactly at 60%, which is probably roughly my win percentage when I play Modern. So, you know, it proves that this is like a tier 1 deck. Like if I play a tier 1 deck, I'll probably have that win percentage on Moto. So, you know, this deck is fine. Would I call that? No, I would. Butane Bob, you call that Nicodle Burn. It's basically Burn. It plays Nicodle, but I mean, it still plays the Tarkus Command, Skull Cracks, Bolts, Rift Bolt, Lava Spike, etc. But yeah, the biggest thing, Deflecting Palm is such a scary card now, and part of the main reason why you need to keep Hand Disruption in, especially Thoughtseize. Like generally, I don't like Thoughtseize against Burn, but if you don't have an answer to Deflecting Palm, you just die. It's got a lot of lands in it, but... Well, we're going to go to 13 turn 1. Cool. We're going to play against the Burn deck, and we're just going to be sad. Nope, 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 nope. All right, well, classics. I cannot deal with Tarmogoyf currently, so I need to take it. And my opponent's going to rip apart my hand, and we're just going to be top decking. Yeah, I guess I should Thoughtseize for... Well, I'm going to cycle Street Wraith this turn anyways, because like if I draw a Bobble, I want to cycle it. GG already. It's not GG already. I mean, we have... Yeah, I mean, the fact that my opponent has more spells than we... Like, we have 4 lands, you know? Alright. So, my opponent might just take Liliana, because they have 2 Fatal Pushes. No, or just... Yeah, that's also fine. This is... Yes, maximum misery. I agree. Drawing that land there was not good. That's why... Mirror is really silly. Like, people say there's some... I just don't... I don't... There's a lot of skill here. You just play your hand disruption spells, then you play your threats, and last threat standing wins. No, I'm just playing the mirror. Ugh. Yeah, like this game, I just know I'm gonna lose. Calling against command off the top would have been so sick. Get back my Tarmogoyf, kill the Death Shadow. Just have to draw Inferno Titan. I mean, it gets played in Vintage, so why not here, right? All right. That was a mistake. Oh, well. It was a Death Shadow, I guess. But, Yeah, they're playing a hand disruption deck, so you should like sandbag your bauble and use it on their upkeep. That's what I should have done. They're gonna get back Tarmogoyf and make me discard a card probably. Yeah, that was bad. Although the upside of using the bauble right away is I could find a removal spell for Death Shadow. So actually, maybe no. You know what? Maybe I'm not 100%, but maybe it was better to use the bauble because I want to find my Fatal Push or Abrupt Decay to kill this Death Shadow. Yeah. No, like I don't have a card in my deck that gets me out of this. Yeah, I mean, you know. Yeah, I cut the Ranger. I'm trying Painful Truth instead. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, I'll keep. You're not really supposed to mulligan too many hands in this matchup. I mean, this is 2 lands, all spells. Like, it's a totally fine hand. RP Inferno 5150. Thank you very much for the resub. Really appreciate it. Is Burn? Again, I think it's like reasonably close matchup. I think it's 50-50, honestly. But, which is a lot better than what you would think on paper, because a lot of people just look at this and be like, oh yeah, Burn's an easy matchup, obviously. Death Shadow? Oh my god, let me Liliana one. So I'm going to Inquisition here because Planeswalker, turn 3 Planeswalker is really bad for me. Like Liliana the Veil is bad. They very easily could have removal here as well. We have answers to both the Death Shadows, so I just want to make sure that their turn 3 play isn't good. Well, hot damn diggity. I still want to get the Liliana, the last hopes out of here. Actually, that was okay. I'm not going to attack, obviously. So Bloodstained Mire. Probably getting Stomping Ground here would be my guess. My opponent can like play Liliana, shrink Tarmogoyf, and attack with 1. No, that's still bad. Like, it leaves you too vulnerable. My opponent might play Liliana plus and pass. That's not unreasonable. They can also just play another Death Shadow. But I actually like my spot here, unless my opponent found a removal spell. If they drew a removal spell, it's not good for me. But Liliana is okay. Oh, holy, they didn't actually shrink their Death Shadows.
TUBBs.
Cannon Spook, thank you very much for the 3-month resub. TUBBs. What do I need here? I want to Thoughtseize this away. Holy cow. I'm going to take the painful truths. And kill this. So hopefully, if my opponent, if my opponent doesn't draw anything, I can Abrupt Decay. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I can Abrupt Decay Death Shadow and then kill the Liliana. My opponent should just use the bubble here because they want to find an answer to Tarmogoyf. And play Blood Crypt untapped to be able to block Tarmogoyf. Those would be the things that I would do because it would make this a 4-4. This is a 3-5. I mean, I can also try to get my opponent to block Tarmogoyf. Let's say I draw a land. That's something to consider. Is attack and then Liliana to finish this off. Well, my opponent did not use the bauble. Oh, if they use the bauble, my Tarmogoyf is too big. So they use the bauble. This is so many levels. So many levels. And then my... Uh-oh. Mishra's Bauble bug. Mishra's Bauble, roughly about half the time when you use it, it freezes Magic Online. Yeah, so my plan here is to just attack Liliana. See what my opponent does. Although, you know what would be bad if my opponent drew Street Wraith?
Now put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up.
Cinder Pyromancer, thank you very much for the subscription. Really appreciate it. I'll take a land here. Fetch land. I just realized Wooded Foothills is actually, you cannot get Lingering Souls with Wooded Foothills, huh? So do I want all black fetches because of that? How come I just realized this now? Oh, God. There's a lot of blowout potential here. All right, so what I'm going to do now is upkeep Liliana. The reason why I don't want to main phase Liliana right now is because my... Oh, no, never mind. It doesn't matter. I forgot that there was a Planeswalker in the yard. This is actually not good then. Okay, whatever. Oh, yeah. I just wait. But anyways. Well, I don't really want to draw any more lands here. I mean, I still have 11 ways to get white. But... XC Guide, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. Sure. Threat. My opponent is making me discard good cards. I feel like I want the Lingering Souls. I want to get that Liliana off the board. The question for me is like, which Liliana is better? I guess I'll find out. So, wait, my opponent just snapped plus. They should have played the land. And because Shadow is not a big threat here, I'm just going to go ahead and play Liliana. Just get instant value out of it. This is in case my opponent finds a removal spell for Tarmogoyf. It's a lot of Goyf. Oh, should have just said hi, Block Gaming. Should have just said a hi. So let's see. I got a 5, shrink 1, attack with everything. Then this goes here. That doesn't work. I can attack with Goyf to kill a Goyf. Then I'll die to Teamer Battle Rage. I think this is fine. Forces my opponent to use a removal on a spirit. My opponent has 2 copies of Liliana Duststep. I only have 1. Yeah, I don't know how much hand disruption is actually correct in this matchup. But I like my other cards, and we already took out a land. All the other cards seem pretty good. Liliana of the Veil might be medium against Lingering Souls. If I only have 1 Liliana the Last Hope. I don't know, it's kind of weird. The thing is, like, this card's clearly fine. Thoughts against Liliana of the Veil against the deck that brings in Lingering Souls? I mean, it's still a Planeswalker. I have my own Lingering Souls, so maybe it's still good enough, but it's not, like, absurd. Like, Liliana of the Veil is very good game 1 because there's no Lingering Souls. It gets a little bit worse after sideboard because of Lingering Souls. That's a lot of Lilianas, though, Rocker. But, I mean, it's fine. It's just, it's one of those things, it's one of those things where, like, I have a lot of 3-drops, so it's like, there's only, you know what I mean? You only have so much space for 3-drops. Sounds good. Well, in the traditional John Mirror, yes, this card is not good, but these matchups are a little bit faster. And if you don't have this card and one person does, they can, like, get an aggressive draw and just kill you. I don't know if they're taking maybe a Liliana. Like, Lingering Souls would be amazing if my opponent had one in hand right now. I could do that, Rocker. Do you like Ranger Rios? My opponent should save their bauble because they know I have Inquisition. Smart. Upkeep bauble's fine. Yeah, barrier is good. So certainly, I'm not... Okay. I was going to say I'm not going to take a threat, but I guess my opponent's hand is that. Double Street Wraith, okay. Traverse. Wait, but I have an oh, they don't have Inquisition, of course. They can just play Death Shadow, I guess. What if they can get a Tarmogoyf? Oh, they got Ranger Vios. Yeah, that's smart. It would be kind of funny if I lost to Ranger Vios. Currently, I am poised for that to happen. I think it's very unlikely that I hit something, but yeah, okay, well. We need to find a land. The thing is, if my opponent had a Planeswalker there and plays at turn 3, it's so bad for us. Yep. Is Ranger reason enough to want Caesar Inquisition? I don't think so. It's like the only card that costs more than 3 in the entire deck. This is so sick. Ugh, come on. Not like this. Not like this. I should have saved Inquisition for when my opponent played Ranger. That's what I should have done. Well, I mean, sure, I lost to my opponent's Ranger Vios, but it's like I lost. Yeah, like I was not going to win this game anyways. All right, that's unfortunate. We do have a losing record against Death Shadow, unfortunately. Yeah, too much. That Lingering Souls could have been a forest. Yeah, it could have. I mean, Painful Truce would have been good if I had the opportunity to do it. Oh, this hand's great. I guess it doesn't have removal. Peter Fred. Does that sound like a Dredge player to you? Nope, it is not. Grixis Shadow player? Does this sound like a Grixis Shadow player to you? Bottom top. struggling so badly. I need a Mishra's Bobble Bug to This is super awkward because I need the land for Traverse. So I almost want to take Stubborn Denial. I'm going to take Stubborn Denial. Also, if my opponent finds a fat, I can't kill it because they have Stubborn Denial. Holy cow. Okay, fine. I'll restart Moto. Damn. That's Moto's way of saying, Paul, your computer too slow. So Serum Visions. We know they have Stubborn Denial, Fatal Push. Our hand is decent. I mean, there's 2 Stubborn Denials in the yard. So they played a Death Shadow that turn. They have a Fatal Push in hand. I think it's better to just lead out with Thoughtseize here. Fatal Push, Dot Scour, Watery Grave. Might we see Astro Slide in Standard? Is there a lot of cycling? What does my opponent take? My hand is gas. Excuse me.
Now put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands
Appletoon076, thank you very much for the sub. No message.
No message.
No message. Got it. My hand is kind of awkward. Those were not especially good draws. Show me what you're working with. Sickening. Sickening. It really is. It really is. Grix is so good. Yeah, that's what it is. Getting poopy. Well, my opponent, I mean... we can go to 4. Can I convince you that Grixis Shadow is good? Hey, look, we're not doing too bad right now. No fatal push in your yard, friend, for your Snapcaster Mage. Oh, God. Not like this. Snapcaster Mage off the top. It's always a Snapcaster Mage. Oh my God! My opponent actually didn't have anything. That's such a rarity. Dear Lord. He doesn't like Liliana the Last Hope. It was pretty good that game, but he also doesn't like Kolaghan's Command very much. Well, I guess he only takes out 1, though. Seems good. So the idea with Liliana is it doesn't really get a whole lot. So it's like 3 men to get back a dude. Kolaghan's Command will more often give you a 2-for-1. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's correct to take out some hand disruption. The Last Hope is insane in this. I'm just looking at what Lanto likes. I mean, I kind of want both of these, you know? Maybe we just take out 2 Inquisitions. Yeah. I like just keeping all the good 3-mana cards. But... Just trying to uber slow. But whatever. This deck doesn't have as much hand disruption, so after Thoughtseize, I feel a little bit safer about this. I guess I'll take it. I mean, I feel like I have so many lands in hand, I'll take any spell. And Abrupt Decay still does get like Liliana or whatever. The old turn 2 5/5. Oh, that's not as bad. Fatal Push, no. Little flooded. I mean, to be fair, I kept the 4-lander. Do I know what Martella and Pat are playing yet? Of course I know what they're playing. Oh, they also play Inquisition? Yeah, well, I guess that's the second Inquisition. But they're my teammates. It's 2 days before the Grand Prix. Liliana the Veil off the top. Tarmogoyf off the top. Thoughtseize, not quite. Yeah, and I do, by the way, prefer Thoughtseize to Inquisition in this matchup because of the expensive creatures. Yeah. They have a Fatal Push in hand. And I don't have an answer to Tessiger. Alright. It was kind of a land heavy hand there. What do you guys think about Surgical in this matchup? Like, I have 2 Spell Bombs, which I think are generally better. But they do play Snapcaster Mage. Like, it's basically just to counter Snapcaster Mage. Oh, you're totally right. I could have hardcast Wraith. Always take the Snapcaster. So Islands, Serum Visions. You can surgical away shadows. I don't care too much about that. So this is going to get black-white. So this needs to get my red source. So this will get red-green. My opponent can't play Terminate. Excuse me. So I'm going to run out to Liliana. If my opponent does have Stubborn Denial, then my Goyf will grow. Actually, that was poor. I should have attacked first. Well, no, it doesn't matter. My opponent has it doesn't matter. My opponent has no way to kill this. Like, they're going to have to explosives for 3. Get rid of my Liliana. Yeah, this is actually insanely good for me. Return target. That doesn't work. Why not decay it? Yeah, maybe that's better actually. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, the problem with that. No, that's better. It's just I don't get to kill Death Shadow. We're not far away from Liliana Ultimate though, and my opponent like. So incoming large creature here. My opponent discarded Fatal Push. Come on, Operation Protect the Liliana. Also, Kolaghan's Command. Value. Damn. What did they do? Oh, they got back Snapcaster Mage. I mean, this forces it. Yeah, so I'm trying to play around draw step Culligan's command and trying to getting for as much damage here as possible. So if my opponent goes main face Snapcast or Fatal Push, I'm not getting Culligan's commanded, right? Which is okay because then like I have a live draw. There's like no way I would have been able to ultimate my Liliana. Let's just put it that way. And again, now I get to draw step something. I mean, my opponent's a 9 life, like. So here I want to play around Stubborn Denial. So I'm gonna do that. Shrink the tough, shrink the power. Yeah, see, now my opponent's almost dead. I mean, as much as I wanted to ultimate the Liliana, because I knew my opponent had Snapcaster Mage, I knew that just wasn't possible. Would opponents like really play Stubborn Denial? Yeah, it's played Death Shadow, Tassigers, and Gurmag Anglers. Grixis Control doesn't play it. Grixis Death Shadow definitely does. You can have a Thoughtseize. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, boarding out Liliana the Last Hope is wrong, I think. All right. We got to win. Against the Shadow deck. That's good. Died by his own hand. The honorable way to go, to be fair. Yeah, I'm still not sure. I mean, Painful Truth, maybe Ranger Vios is just better. Like, it's close. If you play against Path Exile decks, Ranger is a good top deck. Right? Because oftentimes Path Exile decks will board in Rest in Peace after sideboard. At the same time, Painful Truth is also a great draw. I know Lanto has both, but like my sideboard is pretty tight on slots right now as it is. This hand has too many lands. Not enough ways to get Delirium. This hand is good disruption with 2 Death Shadows. Let's keep. It doesn't really matter because I'm just gonna Inquisition right away. uh. Well, my opponent can't play Death Shadow yet, unless they draw Street Wraith. So they can play 2/2 Death Shadows. If I attack for 3, they take 3, 6, 9, 12, and they play huge. So I can't really attack my opponent right now. It's kind of awkward, though. I think I'm going to lose to the Battle Rage. I think, and also I think my opponent wants to get their Death Shadows on the board. To be fair, this is a little bit risky, right? So if they play 2/2 Death Shadows, can I kill my opponent? Like, I can force my opponent to block. Can I force my opponent to block with both? So that puts a creature in the graveyard for Tarmogoyf. So this is basically +5/+5. I think my opponent will block 1. And then I won't have lethal. I will have 9 damage. Right? So what I need to do is cycle this Street Wraith and draw something else. A removal spell. That also works. That puts an instant in the graveyard, right? Okay, well, fair enough. Jeez. So let's see. Planeswalker, land, instant sorcery. I felt like I was ahead. I don't think I have a good attack here yet. But my opponent's Death Shadows are only 2/2, so they can't really attack me. Do I have to take the Battle Rage? Oh, I guess they can traverse the Ovenwald for Street Wraith. Or Shockland. They'll probably get Street Wraith. Yeah, so that's the thing. What if I take Traverse? If I take Traverse and try to one-shot my opponent? I don't know. Because Traverse getting them Street Wraith is really good. If I just don't attack, because I don't have lethal right now. This might cost me, but I'm gonna try it. I want to play one hand disruption, and I have a pretty... Yeah. I have 2 battle rages in my deck. I want to see what my opponent draws. They're drawing a bauble. Okay. And my opponent might crash. We have a pulse in the sideboard. This is a super interesting game, actually, with dueling death shadows, where I actually can't attack my opponent because they have more death shadows than me and they can kill me on the swing back. My opponent might want an answer, though, for my creatures. Okay. Yeah, so if I attack my opponent, I'm dead. God, this is so awkward. If I alpha next turn, my opponent still has to block 2 things. The alpha isn't bad if I draw a removal spell, right? If I draw a removal spell, it forces my opponent to block 2 of my creatures by playing the land untapped. So that's what I'm drawing to. Okay, my opponent found a shock. They still don't have a great attack. That was good. That was good. Oh, shoot! Wait, that didn't work how I thought it would. Wait. Oh, they don't die. Oh my god. Okay, so I just... So that means I didn't have a good attack. Okay, well, I learned something. I actually didn't know that. You were waiting for that and you didn't say anything? Wow, that's messed up. Okay, I actually did not know that. Alright, yeah. No, you know what? I'm actually I'm actually really happy that I found that out now. No, I'm actually really happy that I found that out now. That was a total punt. I admit it. And yeah. Like, obviously, it's really embarrassing that I did this live on stream, but I'm really happy that that happened. So yeah, I'm actually not upset at all. I mean, this is why we test. No, like legitimately, like I am happy that that happened. So I just didn't have a good attack. So yeah, I just didn't have a good attack then, right? Like I just shouldn't have attacked, I guess. I think I want all my lands. I don't want to board out land. But like, what am I taking out? I think I can cut one of these because I have 2 spell bombs. I think I can cut a couple of thought seizes. How does he do against? What does he do against Judd? Stomping ground. Yeah. He takes out both the Culligan's commands. Yeah. Yeah, if I decayed... Yeah, no, so that... Yeah, I mean, that was a really awkward... I guess I just had to wait till I found another hand disruption spell then, right? Like, I don't even know what I'm... Yeah. That was pretty awkward. I mean, whatever, that was my fault. I do not want to get this Inquisition. I gotta turn 1 Traverse here for Swamp. Alright, so yeah, I protected whatever I drew from Thoughtseize. That's why you wait on the bobble. Alright, Lucas... I'm sorry, dude. You're just really annoying. I ain't got time for this. Bye-bye. We're Datu. Thank you very much for the $5 donation.
Like that attitude.
Ain't nobody got time for this. I'm going to actually be playing this Grand Prix for once in my life. I don't know why. I'm actually really excited that I found that out. Because I think a lot of people aren't going to know that. I legitimately... Like, the thing is, I've played like 60 matches of this deck. But not enough... I haven't had that interaction come up where there's like 5 Death Shadows fighting. So I think it's very likely that there's a situation where this happens and my opponent just doesn't know what's going on. you know? That's the first time that that's happened in like 60 matches. It's crazy. Yeah, usually I try not playing a 2/2 Death Shadow because they can just burn it. Death Shadow time? Just trying my best not to draw lands here. Alright. Oh!
Now put your hands up, put your hands
We're not as positive about this one.
up, put your hands up.
Well, that freaking sucks.
Now put your hands up, put your hands
I think you played the wrong land.
up.
Oh!
I think you played the wrong land, Kappa.
Foo!
Now put your hands up, put your hands
It's okay, I got 3 subs out of the deal.
up.
That's a good trade. God damn it. I'm a big Munson. Big Munson. It's gonna be so sick because, like, I'm just gonna die to the guy who kept in Teamer Battle Rage. Oh, God.
Now put your hands up, put your hands up. Put your hands up, put your hands up.
For the love of punt.
Yeah, that was so freaking stupid. He probably has a hand shot, a removal spell here too. Yeah. Yeah, that was bad. That was really, really bad. That should have been a dead Death Shadow. I shouldn't have taken damage. No, I'm like, I would have killed this. I would have been at 11 still. I don't mind taking damage off my shock lance. Like, I think that's totally fine, because if I draw Death Shadows, I can cast them. The problem was, I fetched a land, which didn't allow me to play 2 green spells in one turn. And that was the mistake that is likely going to cost me that game. Wow. This wasn't... What is with this Moto resizing, by the way? It crashes, and then... Yeah. Anyways. I just, like... I'm not gonna... I mean, whatever. I deserve to lose this match, so, you know. That's fine. I deserve to lose this one, so... Hopefully we learn from that one. This wasn't even a bubble crash. This was a random crash. Yeah, but I had an Abrupt Decay in my hand for this. Whatever. Whatever. We might actually still win this game, which is the sick part, because we just top deck Lingering Souls. Oh my god, we do not deserve to win this game. I really hope my opponent top decks Maelstrom Pulse. What's up, Payne? I really hope my opponent top decks Maelstrom Pulse. We don't deserve to win this. Not at all. Oh my god, we won this game. Oh my god. Oh god. Ugh. Oh, I feel so bad. That we just did not like. We did not deserve to win that one. Oh. Oh wait, actually, hold on. Can I take that back? I think I might want another hand disruption spell on the draw. I think I might want another hand disruption spell on the draw. Is that actually correct? Because they also are more likely to empty out their hands. I'm not sure. Like, I could maybe shave another bubble because I still have 4 artifacts total. At the same time, you do want more artifacts because they could also bring the Black Spell Bomb. So I can go like Stomping Ground, Traverse for Swamp. It probably allows me to play the most things. I think that's one thing, by the way, Lanto does. He takes out all the commands because then it doesn't allow. It makes it so he doesn't have to get red sources. He took my Traverse. What a miser. Oh, it's working. God, gosh darn it. I'm definitely not fetching. Okay. So probably want to get black-white here. I think my opponent probably plays a... No, they might actually just play Lingering Souls here. That would be annoying. Like, I'm prepared for just about... Well... Hand Disruption into Liliana later would suck, but... Okay, no Lingering Souls, that's good. I am most definitely bobbling myself and breaking Magic Online. Not broken. Do I want the spell bomb? I really want to draw land. I don't think I want the spell bomb. I really want to draw land, I think. I mean, I know it cycles, but it's just kind of slow. So my opponent just has a handful of threats, but is not playing them because of my Fatal Push and Abrupt Decay that they know about. It's my guess. So, I mean, maybe this is a... My opponent played the first game pretty well. Or, actually, I just threw that game away, too. There is no playing well here, if you're wondering. I want to get a Stomping Ground, so I'll do this one. But I'm not going to play out a Death Shadow yet. Basically, I want to get a Lingering Souls on the board so I don't get Liliana'd. My opponent's aware of Abrupt Decay, so I feel like they're also likely to have a 3-mana Planeswalker in their hand. So I'm getting the Bloodstained Mire to get a Stomping Ground, then I'm probably going to just play Lingering Souls. They could also have Abrupt Decay. There's a lot of cards that they could have. But my assumption is that it's some number of hand disruption and possibly even threats. I think one of the threats is very likely to be a 3-mana Planeswalker, and they're looking to draw kind of a hand disruption spell. Yeah. I'll take another land. I won't fetch it, and I'll take the damage. They could also be flooding. It's very unlikely. They could also have Liliana the Last Hope. Maybe they're going to try to get a little bit extra value here with Liliana the Last Hope. Alright, sure. Yeah, Liliana the Last Hope wouldn't be bad here. They found a hand disruption spell. I think I might have a lot to learn from this person. Like, this person is playing the matchup very differently than I'm used to. They're kind of sandbagging their threats and waiting for hand disruption. I don't know if this is the correct way to approach it. Although this is also a strange game in the sense that a lot of times, like, hand disruption is flying left and right and we're just jamming. But that's just not the case in this game. And I feel like this might actually be one of those games where it's kind of skill intensive. I bet you one of the cards is Liliana of the Veil. I bet you. It could also be Liliana. Oh, okay, okay. Never mind. Just kidding. No betting. They even sandbag the spell bomb. Well, we have the pressure here. We have a couple of threats on board. And I have the Inquisition. All right, we will see now. Liliana the Veil in their hand, as we predicted. Basically, playing Death Shadow is like the worst thing I can do. Um, we have plenty of answers to. We have answers to both of these. I want the Abrupt Decay here, as it kills my Liliana. Rip Fatal Push. Thing is, this Lily's not even really getting me that far ahead, to be honest. But, I mean, being able to tick it up is nice, I guess. Like, my opponent's hand is just as good as mine, but I do get to tick up Liliana, which is a thing, right? If we're both just discarding good cards and I get to tick mine up, and I have a Kolaghan's Command to get back my Death Shadow, maybe I'll do that. He's probably discarding Fatal Push. The symmetrical Liliana, not great when like I have all gas. I should probably try to be a little more mindful of my life total because I do have a Painful Truths in my deck. So I don't need to go that low. We got him in 9 turns. So their hand is Fatal Push Liliana the Veil. Thinking. I want to get this value when my opponent doesn't have the land in hand. Yeah, because if my opponent will land, they can go land Fatal Push Liliana. So this way I get the Liliana, okay. And whatever. Let's be all here. I mean, these are both lethal threats. Do I just jam both? Well, yeah, right? Because they're both lethal. My opponent has to top deck a removal spell. Like, obviously, they're gonna push like Death Shadow or whatever, and then like, you know, they have to top deck something, and we still have Liliana plus Decay. Alright, well they have to find a removal spell to bobble. Oh wow, we didn't deserve this win. But that was a really interesting match, at least. We learned a couple things. We learned that you do not attack into a bunch of Death Shadows if it's not lethal. We learned that you should get your second green source. No, there's nothing to learn there. I just punted. But yeah, okay. I actually counted that as a loss. I can actually adjust that. $29 and 19, yeah. Thank you. Well, you know what they say, right, guys? Third time is the charm. I think games 1 and 2 we played horrifically. Literally, you could give the stack of cards in my hand to anybody else at your local store, and they could have played it just as poorly as me. But yeah, game 3 was very interesting. And I like those games. I like the games where you really have to think. I mean, what the hell could he possibly have in his hand, right? It's and trying to figure that out. And then being able to play around those things and winning because of it. It's a really good. It's a feel good moment. All right, so this hand's kind of awkward because I literally just have 3 lands, 2 blinks currently, and these 2. Yeah, hand. Well, okay, so game 2, the big punt was I basically played a fetch land, which my 4th land. I played a fetch land, but that fetch land could not get my second green source. So my hand was Tarmogoyf for Abrupt Decay, and I had lingering souls in play, so I couldn't play both spells in one turn. So I decided to go for Tarmogoyf. And my opponent used the hand disruption spell to get the Abrupt Decay out of my hand that I could have cast on his Death Shadow, and then I lost because of it. Oh, no, I won. I won anyways because I ripped, because I'm a giant sack. In game 1, there were 3 Death Shadows on my opponent's side to my 2, and I thought, their Death Shadows died after damage when I attack, but that's not the case because they take damage at the same time, and the Death Shadows grow at exactly the same time. It's kind of I should know this too, because it's like trying to bolt a 2/3 Tarmogoyf with no instant in the yard. It becomes a 3/4. Kind of. And I just missed it. Would you guys ship this? This hand doesn't seem very good. Let's see, I'm on the draw. No, I'm on the play. Maybe on the play is a little better. I still have turn 2 Abrupt Decay, turn 3 Liliana. It's just Battle Rage is really awkward. I'm going to have land instant in the yard. But this is straight up a mulligan currently. I mean, turn 2 Abrupt Decay, turn 3 Lily isn't bad. But again, this is effectively a mull, and I don't have a turn 1 play. Alright, I have no fine. I'll mulligan. Okay. Yeah. Classic Jund hand. Turn 1 hand disruption, turn 2 Goyf. This isn't really going to matter. Alright. My opponent's hand. Wow. That's a pretty loose keep. Holy cow. 5 lands, Grimflayer, Lingering Souls? Jesus. I could have maybe fetched Stomping Ground to traverse for swamp and then play Tarmogoyf. But this seems to have more value because it's kind of a grindy matchup. But whatever. Well, actually, it's not whatever. Let's, you know. How much does that cost me? It was free. I had all the cards. That's just sickening. You know? That's like, bro, you make me sick. That's what that is right there. Oh, God. No, I did not see Maelstrom Pulse, BK. Gotta give me a little bit of credit. Although, to be fair, I don't really deserve it right now. Let me think here. So making them discard is kind of crappy because they have 2 lanes in hand. I know it gives us Delirium. But, like, I can wait on it, right? I can, like, get back Tarmogoyf and do something. Liliana? Okay. I'm glad I saved this because I can finish off the Liliana here. The Santa Claus story? Oh, God. You know, after the... Dude, the Santa Claus story, like... Huey apparently messaged Luis afterwards, and it was like, is Paul gonna tell a story about now how the tooth fairy isn't real? And I was like, come on. Oh, that was good. Yeah. If my opponent plays another Maelstrom Pulse, this heavy table's really heavy, but I will attempt to flip it. I'm just going to assume my opponent has nothing. Wow. The souls. They are so lingering. Jesus. Well, Gore Clan Rampager would be good here. Just going to say. Gore Clan Rampager would be lethal here. God! It's the one scenario. It would be so good here. It wouldn't be goreable. Hane, really? Goreable? Really? No Maelstrom Pulse, please! Fozzie's me, huh? I think I want to get a jump blocker out of the way. Yeah, because all my Death Shadows are lethal. So they can attack with one. Oh, so they must have another creature here. Alright. No. Taste it. Taste it! Okay. Actually, well, the Black Spellbomb isn't terrible here. Because I did see Grimflayer and they had Lingering Souls, so maybe it's better than Bobble. It's not like I'm trying to turbo traverse. Oh, BK, are you just saying like the Rampager was unnecessary? Tasted goreable. God, can we stop just referring to it as that thing? Goreable Rampager. That is just so bad. Let me see. Let me exact. Like, I'm gonna write this down later today. Obzon. Is it Abzan or Obzon? Minus. Wait, why does it keep one Tar Fire in? For Delirium? He keeps one Battle Rage in too? I just take all that ish out. Oh, he takes that a bunch of Inquisitions. I'm not going to write down Goreable Rampager. Come on. God. These jokes, they're all goreable. Okay, no. See, it sounds so ugly, you know? Just goreable doesn't sound good. Fever, thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate it.
CFB Paul, CFB Paul, CFG Paul.
CFG. I guess I don't have to do anything yet. Dark Confidant, Skews, okay. Well, I'm gonna like if the card is Amazeballs. Okay, that card is not Amazeballs to me. So let's go ahead and get Godless Shrine here. If I get Fulminator Maged, oh man. Delirium! Liliana of the Veil? Don't have a Ranger VS to get, which kind of sucks. Don't Lingering Souls me, bruh. It's a Lingering Souls. Like, no, oh, it's... oh, okay. Is there like a pump spell? No, right? Holy cow, if I get pump spell here, I'm just gonna be sad. I don't think so, though. God, you hope my opponent has an artifact creature. Oh, can you imagine if my opponent cycled Aquatex of Will? No, that wouldn't even do it. Or a tribal instant, dude. All right, fine, fine, whatever, dude. Well, no, I should still do it on. Should still do it on draw. No, they won't have that stuff. They won't have that ish. Actually, you know what? Whatever. I should do upkeep. I could do upkeep. I was thinking about Path to Exile, but like also they draw a land. But then like maybe they randomly play a land. I don't know, man. Whatever. Isn't draw step strictly worse? Well, if they wanted to Path to Exile their creature for land, I don't know, man. Hope they don't discard to Delirium. Oh yeah. Wait, no, doesn't damage happen first? Oh, it does not. Never punished. I kind of want another mana source here. So, but I don't want to get a basic. Order doesn't matter. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I actually should just get a mana source with this. What am I getting? I want to get a green source. I guess it's Overgrown Tomb. So it's awkward. I'm keeping Maelstrom Pulse in hand because sometimes they bring in Gideon. It is not quite as mana efficient. Siege Rhino is also a good reason to do the thing with the stuff. Oh, come on. I could have probably tapped better. Yeah, I should have left up Overgrown Tomb. If my opponent drew like another removal spell plus Path, I mean, you know, good beats. Why did they tap like... they should have tapped 4 Shambling Vent for this. It's kind of awkward. Well, yeah, but those are my opponent's 2 draw steps, right? Like, I can't... I need to have 2 big creatures to block Siege Rhino. Yeah, we're pretty dead. Those are... Yeah, those that was really good runner for my opponent. So my opponent's probably going to Path Death Shadow and eat my Lingering Souls. Or potentially even a creature. That does get me a forest, though. But I need answers to the big creatures on the board. Yeah, I need to put both of my big creatures in front of Siege Rhino. Again, I didn't leave up Fatal Push on the Munson. Yeah, I mean, Ranger Vios... Like, Ranger Vios would be amazing here. And Painful Truth kind of sucks. I might use it to draw like 1 or 2 cards, you know? This matchup is so rough for Shadow, is it? Did my opponent just not use Scavenging Ooze at all? Whatever, they're probably just gonna find a removal spell for Siege Rhino. Yeah, what? Is my opponent's... Oh, I see. I see. My opponent was playing around Tarfire. Which seems pretty loose to me. Like, I would just not play around Tarfire after sideboard. Can he shrink the Goyf to below 4? I doubt it. Well, he can get rid of the artifact. But I feel like there's a bunch of lands, instants, sorceries, and creatures in the yard. Oh man, I need to kill these creatures! If I draw Liliana, they can also lose. Yeah, everybody knows Siege Rhino comes in triplets. The third Siege Rhino is definitely getting us. Okay, sure. Okay, well, I certainly want to kill Scavenging Ooze. Do I have a creature to get back? Oh, that sucks. I just don't have any creatures to get back. No, the Death Shadow got Path Exiled. I mean, but I have to kill the Scavenging Ooze, right? Is that good? Should I make myself discard the souls? All right, I'm in. Get a better board presence. Discard painful. Why would I would just... If that was the case, I'd make them discard. Why am I just discarding random painful truths out of my hand? So Siege Rhino... So Tarmogoyf can now be a 3/5. So Tarmogoyf successfully blocks it. They're probably going to tick up Liliana to deal with the Spirit. Well, actually, no, that's not even necessarily true. They can just get back Scavenging Ooze. Wait, they can also get back Siege Rhino. Right. All right. Actually, what they do with the Liliana this turn is pretty big. They can just get back Siege Rhino. And I'm probably just dead, to be honest. But it's also... I can see how it's also tempting to just fire off on a Spirit token. Oof. Wow, they mill the Lingering Souls. Tilt. Alright, we're dead this game. We are super dead. I need to draw Death Shadow, specifically. If I attack Goyf into Liliana, I was dead on board. As is, I am currently dead on board. Alright. Alright, yeah. Okay. I wonder if Liliana the Veil is a little bit worse because of the Lingering Souls. Thoughtseize certainly good because of the Siege Rhinos. Fulminator's not great. Is Tasigur bad in this deck? I don't know. I haven't tried it. Well, my opponent's hand is gas. Oh, they can't actually play a hand disruption thing turn 1. I might want to just play Fatal Push. And just try to be aggressive. Test, test, test. Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. Do not know what happened. Don't pulse me, bro. Because I wanted to put pressure. If I play Liliana, my opponent plays their Liliana. Jesus Christ. Criminy. Jiminy Crickets. There is no way that this goes into the yard, right? Well, no, it goes into the yard, but I don't know. I'm keeping this around for Delirium because my opponent has a Spellbomb, but maybe not. Maybe that's bad. I don't think that actually works. Should probably, yeah. All right, Liliana Emblem, let's go. Liliana Emblem, let's go. That was really good. Oh, you're right. He does have vents. Wow, they have Lingering Souls? I guess that's not too bad. Wish I drew Fatal Push here. Yeah, buddy. I'm playing this in case my opponent Liliana's, but maybe I should just play it because honestly, hard casting Street Wraith isn't terrible off Liliana. So maybe I should be playing the Forest. I'm okay with this. Yeah, Lingering Souls was nice. It gave me Delirium. It gave me Delirium. Play my Death Shadow, then Flashback. Very good turn for us. I fetched basic because of like Rhino shenanigans. Explosives was a good draw. I imagine my opponent's going to pop Explosives. Yeah. Oh, it has the path in hand for this. I mean, do I acquisition here? I don't even know. It's just like I'm trying to think what they could have. Like, no, I don't think so. If they had something, they would have played it already. I probably wait until I draw a creature or something. Maelstrom Pulse's Shambling Vent. Can't do that. Well, this is why holding the hand disruption is going to pan out for us. Holy cow! Wait, why'd I go to 4? Well, I can't play Thoughtseize. Oh yeah, Rhino, Siege Rhino, of course. Yeah, stupid Rhino. What do I want to get? I guess the Liliana. I don't know what I can traverse for. It's like, I wish I had Ranger Vios again. Alright. Alright. I'm putting Ranger Vios back in. Oh, you're totally right. Yeah, I messed that up. You're totally right. I should have just gotten a Death Shadow. Oh my god. Got bailed out, but... They have Path Liliana. Wow, they just hit Tarmogoyf? Alright. Ooh, if they shock, they're dead. Oh no, they have Path. Damn it. They have Path. Don't they have Path Exile in hand? God. My opponent might just go for it next turn. No, no, no. I think this thing, like, I think this kind of makes my opponent just go for lethal. Can still swing with one. No, then my opponent takes and paths this and then kills me with Shambling Vent. I think I'd rather have my opponent try to go for lethal here. That's how I win. I'm at 2 life. Otherwise, I can just get back a Street Wraith this turn. Situations like this, I'm like, please don't be ghosting me. Please. That blind hit off the Liliana, though, on the Tarmogoyf. Wave. Oof. That's... Alright. This would give Delirium. Hold on, let me think. 2, 3, 3, path. If I kill Liliana, I mean, I don't have a lot of time, I know, but if I kill Liliana, I go to 2. I can chump 1 here. I can make 4 things, so I can still put 3 in front of this. Come on! Come on! What you getting back? They still have a path in hand, right? Do they still have a path in hand? No, no, they don't. I guess we'll find out. In before Maelstrom. Come on, man. Why? This attack is so bad. This attack is so loose. Why would you make this attack? No path. Okay. one felt good. That was nuts. Oh man. Oh man. I mean, I feel like a better I feel like a different person might have been able to beat me on the Abzan side that time. I will say this. Let's just kind of go back to. Yeah. The thing with the painful truths that's really awkward is if it's in your opening hand, it's nice because you can manage your life total. But early on, you do want to get kind of low for your death shadows. So often there's going to be scenarios where you go down to like 5 or 6 life and you draw the painful truths. And part of the problem with that is if your opponent plays Lingering Souls, painful truths looks pretty bad. So Ranger of Eos might just be better. It just might be and like again in the late game if you play against a Path to Exile control deck, Ranger of Eos is quite strong there. So I tried a league without it, but I think I'd rather have that over the painful truths. Opening 8 chests. I'm not opening these chests. I'm waiting till I get like 100 or whatever. Although I feel like don't you get a lot more chests now? It's weird. So like I'm looking here, and I don't know. Let me type in chest. Okay, we're almost at 50, I guess. I guess we'll eventually get there. You probably tried Rampage. Why didn't you make it? The thing is, often when you drew it, like, okay, so this is the thing. If you just naturally draw it, I found it to be much worse than Tamer Battle Rage. And in a lot of situations where you can search for a creature, often just getting Death Shadow is good enough when you get to that spot. Of course, there are going to be exceptions, but that's kind of the reason why I'm not playing the Rampager and just opting to play the Battle Rage instead, because this is way more damage. This is way more damage.